With a local lead gen site, do you currently have to add new content, say monthly, in order for Google to keep it ranked? No, you don't have to. I mean, for client work, we sell blog posting services. Content marketing is part of the monthly retainer, so I do that for clients. But for lead gen stuff, it's rare. Once we get ranked, we typically don't continue doing blog posts because it's an added expense. We generally just do Google business posts. And like for most stuff, I just do them once a week now. Seriously, once we get the desired result, we just usually schedule one post per week, and that's good enough. You don't have to keep publishing content to keep it ranked. Again, I think there's for map stuff. For organic ranking, I think there's something to be said for that. But for map stuff, that's not really necessary, at least not my experience. And if so, if it's a WordPress site with multiple cities, you are ranking for, do you add content on each of the individual city pages or as posts or as new pages? And if one of the latter two options is a link from the new content to the related city page, all that is needed. Thanks for your help. As usual, it is very much appreciated. No, and I teach this in the mastermind, but once you rank, if it's a multi-location project and you've got multiple city pages and you rank, a few of those city pages, and it makes sense to create a category and a silo for each location, right? And so you would publish content, so like geo posts or topically relevant posts, covering some of the. And there was a really good comment after last week's mastermind webinar, or Hump Day Hangout, on our YouTube channel, because I was talking about one of the questions somebody had said, if you have long form content, can you publish a silo, like create silos supporting posts that are linking to that long form content? And I said, yeah, that's a great strategy. But like for each section heading, H2 heading, which is how I do most of my sites now, mainly one page sites with all of the services all on one page with their own kind of H2 heading and in summaries. And if I need additional push, then I'll create publish supporting posts where we optimize for one of those H2 headings. So it'll be a separate blog post supporting post. It's optimized for that specific product or service that H2 heading is optimized for. But I didn't think about this when I said that. People often, they don't might not have realized that, you don't want to optimize for the same exact keyword that the H2 heading is optimized for, and then publish a supporting post for that, because that could compete with the main landing page, right? It's cannibalization. And it could very well, your blog post, your supporting post, which is meant or intended to rank the page that it's linking to, could actually cannibalize that page, because if it's the same keyword optimized for the exact same keyword, like in the SEO title, the H1 heading and that kind of stuff, it could compete for that position, right? Use a close variant. I was just talking about that with the previous part of your question, near me. So like a close variant would be nearby. And I use this example in my response to the comment in the YouTube channel about that, because I was like, hey, that's a great point. I should have mentioned that. But for me, like tree trimming is one of the main keywords that I always optimize on every long form location landing page. Tree trimming, tree removal, stump grinding, land clearing, arborist, tree care. Those are like the 5 main keywords that I always optimize for. So if I'm going to do a supporting post, I don't want to, and use tree trimming as an example, I don't want to do a supporting post for tree trimming. I want to do a supporting post for tree pruning. It's a close variant. Damn near the same thing, but it's a different keyword. Does that make sense? So tree removal, I might want to do tree felling, right? Which is a close variant of tree removal. They're synonymous with each other, but it's a different keyword. So it's not competing. Does that make sense? So when it comes to multi-location websites, I recommend it, at least initially when you're trying to rank the location pages, creating a silo out of each location, and you publish content within that silo, right? So supporting posts, you place them in that category, you do your internal linking, always linking back up to that location page. But once that location page is ranked, it's time to switch to topical posts. Now you want to build the sites, not the location authority. You've already got that. You want to build the topical authority of the site in its entirety. So you could have, instead of location-based silos, you can have topical-based silos, right? So in my case, because tree services, like all the different services are really all in one silo, I could just have tree care, for example, could be the topical silo, and I could publish posts in there about different stuff that does, for tree care stuff. And it wouldn't be optimized for any particular one location. It would be topically, optimized for the topic itself. And then I could always link to any one of the location pages that I wanted to from there, and it would help to continue adding SEO value or power, if that makes sense. You want to become the topical authority when your city pages are already ranked. Does that make sense? So you don't need to keep publishing content within a location silo if the location page is ranked. It's better to focus on building topical authority onto the site in its entirety, which is how you do that. Otherwise, for example, like if you were to publish a 1,500 word, a really well-tuned supporting article in one location, then it's only going to benefit that one location. But if you were to focus that energy on publishing a topically relevant, a well-tuned article supporting post that would be in the topic, generally in the topic, but not specific to one location, then it actually increases the overall topical authority of the site, which helps all of the location pages to rank better or stay ranked. Does that make sense? So I think it's better. You spread out, you get more mileage out of it, if that makes sense. Okay.